Hello Aries, I'm Melinda Nail Fanatic and I'm ready to do your love, peace, and happiness general reading for the month of May 2016. So I'm going to start by pulling one card for the spiritual aspects for May 2016 for Aries. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, this one like totally flipped to the side. Coming together, spirituality. You got the coming together card. This is also the Two of Cups. So this is a card of cooperation. What I like on this deck is they portray as like a father and a son. So it is a card of love, but it is a card also of cooperation, collaboration, partnership, and it doesn't have to be relationship type love. And since it's in a spiritual aspect position, I believe that we're talking about you, divine self, melding with physical self. So maybe you've been putting into action some higher spiritual practices for yourself, or maybe you just been receiving it and applying it better for yourself right now than okay, and that's just the way I got it worded too. Better for yourself than what you used to. Some of these messages will apply to, some won't. These are two people standing here, and as a man and a woman, they're both creating this beautiful heart out of the energy of their own hands. They're coming together, and it is definitely something that they're putting their energy into, and they're both finding it very beautiful. So in the spiritual aspect, I'm saying that you're being fully embraced by the divine consciousness right now, and any and all efforts that you're putting towards drawing closer, they're rewarding. So I feel like you're experiencing a lot of growth right now, and you might even be really feeling the nurturing that's going on for you. Are you seeing the love coming back? Because you should be. According to this card, I feel like you should be receiving the love and knowing just your spiritual strength right now. You're knowing your spiritual strength because you're knowing that you're connected, and you're embracing that connection, and you're allowing that connection to do exactly all that it does. It's allowing you to grow and heal yourself. And that's a wonderful thing, because as we heal our spiritual selves by connecting this physical body to the divine consciousness, it continues to have an impact in all of the external influences of our life too. The external aspects are impacted. So we have that. I am truth for the romance, and with that, even if it means that you're alone on your own, you're being true to yourself, and you're standing your ground. Maybe you're single right now, and you're more focused on your spiritual life than you are trying to have a relationship with somebody. And even if you are in a relationship with somebody, maybe that relationship is growing, because as you're coming into your closer relationship with your divine self, that's affecting how you behave and how you think and how you act. And so maybe you could possibly draw your partner in closer, but at the same time it could also mean that there begins to be a rift, because when you got with the partner that you're with, you were in a different consciousness level, you were in a different place. And now as you're growing and growing and growing into meld greater with your spiritual divine self, that person doesn't want to hang out with you because all you want to do is this, that, or the other, that is not in their interests. Maybe they're not growing with you. So you may find yourself more on your own. But sticking to your truth is where it's at. This is for your highest and greatest good, to recognize your own truth. Because what happens if you don't stick to your own spiritual needs and you give all that up to be with somebody? Where are you left? Do you realize the damage that that will do to this soul healing relationship that you have with your divine self, with the collective conscious, with the divine? And in the family, we got this card of forgive. It's time to let go of anger or blame. So again, as an external result of you healing yourself, it's letting you know that it's time to let go of this struggle, whatever it has been that you're having with either your family or a specific family member, and just to move on from it. And it really is for your highest and greatest good to do that, because holding on to some sort of anger or blame or resentment or grudge or hard feelings or any of that stuff, it's only limiting you. It's not limiting the person that hurt your feelings. They don't care. They're going on with their own life. And the act of forgiving them and letting it go has nothing to do with them. It's all about you. Because if you're going to hold on to that, then you're holding on to the anger and the energy of that from them, from the circumstance. And that will affect everything else in your life. But you've got this going on over here in your spiritual. You've got this melding with the divine going on over here. And so it's extending out into the family, and you're realizing where, you know what, it's just not the time to get angry about things. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you don't have any grudges or blame or anything like that. And you're just realizing that, you know, I'm just letting this stuff slide. It's really not that big of a deal. I feel like you're maybe saying that to yourself. It's really not that big of a deal. Everything's going to be all right. And if you aren't, then these are the types of understandings about things. When you really look at most things, it's really not that big of a deal. Most things in life. And I've been through a whole lot of life. So, you know what? It is what it is. Change it if you can. If you can't change it, let it be. And know that everything is working out for you. And blessings come in disguise all the time. But by holding on to negative energy, it is you that negative energy is affecting. So let it go, so that you can have your spiritual growth come in. Because holding on to negative energies of anger or blame will not stop, but it will hinder your spiritual growth at some level. You have to release these things to be able to continue to make progress at some level. So, and just within the family in general, you know, maybe none of this stuff makes sense to you. Just in your family in general, they're your freaking family, you know. Okay, that just came to my mind, so I'll share that. Old people, they may be sick. They may be dying. Do you want to spend their last time with you fighting with them about taking some medicine that ain't going to save their life anyway? And if they do live longer, it may be a day or two or three, or you don't know, but you know what? That's not what they want to do. If you are 21 and over, don't you love your freedom? Don't you love being able to decide what you want to do with your life and with yourself and with your money and with your time and with your energy? How would you feel to have somebody come in and take that away while you're in a stressful situation anyways, where that's what you know and this is what you do? Let's say you get stressed out and you're one that wants to go take a nap every time you get stressed out. Or some people like to smoke a cigarette or have a drink or whatever it is they like to do. Everybody's got their own vices. Some people wash and clean because they're frustrated. What is it? And so sometimes what it is with some, and I don't know why this is so strong, I got to bring it out. You know, sometimes with these older family members, and they get into the position where they're sick and they're dying, and then their whole family spends their last few days with them fighting about something that wasn't going to make them live any longer anyways. Let her smoke her cigarette. If she wants to smoke a cigarette and she's dying anyways, trust me, quitting now is not going to stop her. If she looks like she's 110, quitting now and she's already coming down with other stuff is not going to stop her from dying. But what it will do if you make her quit is she's gonna be very, very upset with you. She's gonna resent the way her life is going for what she has left of it, he or she, and you know, you'll get to have beautiful memories of fighting with your family member in their last days. How fun is that? You know what? I was the one that actually snuck in junk food and ice cream for my mother while everybody else was trying to switch her diet to broccoli and vegetables and all this stuff. And it's like, I'm glad I took her ice cream, because you know what? She wanted a freaking ice cream and she was dying anyways already. A few days of a new diet wasn't going to undo what she had. But if there was something to undo it, I believe laughter and happiness could. So even if it's not that bad, do you know how many people are healed by just being in a better vibration? Because the internal heals the external. So if they have a hope, and even if they don't, they are in charge of their life, and fighting against them isn't going to leave you with happy last memories. And I'm not giving you medical advice. I am not telling you what to do. This is for entertainment purposes only. I love you. Love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.